And here is EARTHRISE Wheeljack out of packaging. And wow. One of the figures I was really looking forward to reviewing, and he did not disappoint. He looks absolutely gorgeous. All right, so before we begin, the new EARTHRISE figures actually have these new red transparent decoders, much like how it was back in the old G1. In the 80s, all the G1 toys were sold with this film strip, like this one, but much bigger. At the back of the box, you would put it on top of the tech specs so you could see the blue line amidst all the red lines, and this was like a filter for it. Now the EARTHRISE figures are doing that. I apologize for not showing it off in the Starscream and Grapple videos, but it's actually here. You get the insert, and then you sort of put this one over and try and decode whatever is going on. You'll see the red secret inscription or something like that amidst all the blue, which is really interesting because back in the old days you see the blue line amidst all the red. Now you see the red amidst all the blue. So this one says Antilla or Anpilla, no, Antilla, and I guess it's data for that particular planet or whatever. Not really fond of this thing, this gimmick, but it is there for those of you who are interested in it. Pretty cool. Obviously, does not have this gun. This is from the original War for Cybertron. Was it Sideswipe? Yeah, Sideswipe, I think. I had this gun. Sorry. Didn't mean to confuse you guys, but here he is. Pretty neat. I like him. He just so much G1 goodness about him. Let me just get rid of this. Oh, it does not come with this stand, obviously. It's an amazing Yamaguchi stand by Kyoto. So let's have a look at the figure in greater detail. He does come with an accessory. This is, it harkens back to his old G1 shoulder cannon. He used to have two back in G1. He never really did have a gun, but you can mount that blaster on his shoulder, or you can have him hold it. Gun, doesn't really matter. But he was a scientist. He wasn't really a combatant in the field. Nevertheless, he could fight if he wanted to. He's sculpted with these small wings. Back in old G1, he had those clear plastic wings. They had him on his back, but this way, it kind of looks okay. It's a good silhouette. I love the sculpt of the figure. I love the way they've sculpted the arms to make it appear more cartoon accurate. You can peg, obviously, some Battle Masters there or some blast effects right there. Love the chest area. This is classic Wheeljack, even the feet. Now, the head sculpt is up for debate. It's not accurate to the G1 toy. It is, however, accurate to the show, which I actually prefer. And speaking of the toy, I do still have my old G1 Wheeljack. Actually, it was my brother's, but passed it on to me. He was really a squat figure, because some people were saying that this particular Siege figure is a little squat, but back in G1, Wheeljack was a little bit squat. Growing up as a kid, I was very disappointed with this figure because my brother and I felt that he was like kneeling down. It was not a proper foot and leg assembly, and it feels like it should have been much longer. He didn't have a waist, just had the chest, and the legs just came out. And that was old G1. And you can see the similarities that it has with the original toy, with the chest area and the head sculpt. Now, another Wheeljack I'm sure you are probably interested in is the old Generations Wheeljack. The old Generations Wheeljack, which was a retool of the Trax mold. That's why it kind of looks like Trax, but they repainted like Wheeljack. And between the two, I think I prefer this one. The colors, I think, look more accurate. The head sculpt, even the whole sculpt of the figure silhouette kind of looks more G1 to me than this one. Not to take anything away from this figure, that head sculpt is very close to the original head sculpt. but this is my Wheeljack. And just to give you an idea of how he compares with other War for Cybertron Trilogy figures from the Siege line, you got Ratchet, his buddy. Here's a typical Siege or War for Cybertron Deluxe class figure. Sideswipe I felt was already a little bit short or squat for a Deluxe class figure, and he's a little bit, about 1 millimeter, just under the ears of Sideswipe. It's a good scale, but he doesn't appear too squat compared to the other Deluxe class figures like this one, and obviously Optimus Prime. So yeah, pretty good scale. So articulation for the figure: head is on, and neck is on a ball joint, waist swivel, shoulders go forward and backwards, in and out, bicep swivel, hinge elbows, swivel wrist, hips, do the splits, forward and backward, thigh swivel, hinge knees, and some foot articulation because of transformation. So let's get him into his alt mode. It's a really satisfying transformation. Can be tricky in some parts, but very cool. I actually like the transformation. So fold the spoiler like that. Aerobot. And then let's do the head. Fold it down. It's tight. First time I did it, it was very tight. And fold it down like that. Feel like you're gonna break it, but just exert even pressure. Fold it that way. Okay, keep it, don't tab it back in, just keep it like that for the time being, because we're going to do the legs. Okay, legs, fold the feet just a little bit down like that. Fold out that particular part of the leg, like Combiner Wars. Then this piece right here folds up that way. Make sure you do that before you snap it in, because it's going to be in the way. Same with the other side, like this. Fold this up a little bit. Fold it down like that, and like that. That. Okay. Like that. And then just join 2 legs together. Okay. And this piece goes right here. Secure it. Secure those legs. Okay. Rotate that waist assembly. Line it up. Shoulders. You're gonna bend them all the way like this. Like this. Tab them right there. Right here. Okay, and then the arms, rotate this way, and rotate this way, rotate this way, and then collapse and fold to form sides of the car. Okay, and there you go. There's Wheeljack in his alt mode. He's supposed to be a lancha. Looks actually very nice. It's long, flat, and slender. It doesn't actually roll that nicely. This wheel is it gets snagged somewhere. This one's okay. These 2 at the rear, they're pretty good. So, yep. And the weapon, you can obviously store it right here, or you don't want it ruining that whole lines and curves and silhouette of the car. You can store it at the end. Okay. Here he is with Red Alert. Pretty cool. Actually much longer than Red Alert. Here he is with the G1 Wheeljack, all banged up, no more spoilers. Those are the first ones to go. So yeah, it's a Lancia. Very close. I mean, not as accurate, but I think it's good enough. That rear end, where the rear windshield should have been, front end. I like it. I actually like it. I think it's a great update for Wheeljack. And so some final thoughts on Wheeljack. Easily, this is the best Deluxe class figure for Wave 1 of the EARTHRISE figures. I really enjoyed it. And Wheeljack, yeah, he's one of my favorite characters on the show, and I was very glad they've given us an updated version that looks a lot more like G1 than his predecessor from the Generations line. I want to give this figure a 10 out of 10. I loved it. Highly recommend it. Best of luck to everybody hunting him down. Let me know what you think of this new EARTHRISE Wheeljack figure. Hit me in the comment section below. Let me know what you think. And click that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. This has been the Transformers Generations War for Cybertron Trilogy EARTHRISE Deluxe Class Wheeljack. Thanks for watching.